So welcome Kaeti Hinck to Blanquerna.
Thanks.
You're the coordinator of the data team of the Washington Post. And this past week you've been to Madrid to the Jornadas de Periodismo de Datos. What are the differences you've seen between data journalism in the United States and data journalism in Spain?
I think data journalism in Spain has come a long way in the last couple of years, even from what it was just 1 or 2 years ago. I think one of the biggest differences is the access to data. So in the US we have a lot of open data laws that make it easier to get data, and Spain is getting there now, and so there needs to be more transparency, access to open data, and I think journalists need to be thinking about requesting that data so that the government agencies are doing that more and more by default.
You've worked in many projects in the Washington Post. Which one are your favorites ones? Which one you feel more proud of?
I'm really proud of the work that my team did on the police shootings project. We tracked all of the fatal shootings by police in the United States, and last year and this year. And this year we're focusing on officers who were involved in those shootings and doing an investigation to find out more about those officers.
And what is your task? How do you coordinate your team? What do you do, and how is it organized?
So my team is about 8 people, and we're part of the larger graphics team at the Washington Post. We work on short-term projects that maybe take 2 or 3 days. We also work on longer-term projects that might take a couple of months or even a year. And so my job is to coordinate all of that, to edit the projects, to make sure that everyone on my team has what they need to do the work that they want to do.
And these past years we've seen gamification of journalism, that making it interactive to public and audiences. Do you think that can save journalism, because save the business of journalism, and do you think that gamification of journalism can overcome offline media?
I think there's not one thing that will save journalism. I think interactivity and games and making use of the medium that are available to us now it's about a powerful tool that we can use, but it's not everything. So I think the most important thing is the quality of the journalism and the depth of the journalism that we create, and to make sure that we are doing work that people need, that adds value to people's lives. And the format that comes in, whether it's a game or an interactive, is less important than the content within those things.
And what would you advise to some journalism student who would like to specialize in data journalism?
I would advise them to first learn the foundations of journalism, learn how to interview and talk to people, because you still need to do that even in data journalism. Learn basic data literacy, how to understand a spreadsheet and the basic functions of how to process data and ask questions of it. And then look at the tools that are out there. There's a lot of open source and free tools for building simple visualizations, and just try to solve problems for a newsroom. Try to ask a question and find a tool that you can use to help solve that problem, and just stay curious, and then you can just keep learning more and more as you go.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks.
And that's it, I guess. Yes?